Hi there, this is Darren O'Neill from Darren's Tech Tutorials and darreno'neill.eu. In this short video I'm going to show you how to run Wildfly on CentOS 7. So we're just going to get started here, and the first thing that we need to run Wildfly is we need Java. So I'm going to use OpenJDK, and I have this command here on the clipboard that I'm just going to paste in. So it's yum-y install Java 1.8.0 OpenJDK. I'll leave a link below where you can get all these commands and just copy and paste them if you're following along. So this should just take a minute here, and we'll meet back here in a second when it's done. Okay, great, this looks like it's done. So let's just check our Java version. I'm just going to run Java -version. I'll hit return here. Perfect, and that looks great. So there's a couple of firewall rules that we want to add in, so I'm just going to add these in now. And again, I have these on the clipboard, but I will put them somewhere where you can just copy and paste to follow along. So the first one is for port 8080, which is the standard port for Wildfly. So it's going to paste that in. I'm going to hit return. Cool, and we got a success for that. And the next one is 9990, which is for the management interface for Wildfly. So it's going to paste this in. I'll hit return here as well. Cool, and that looks like it's done. And then finally, we're just going to reload the firewall. So we'll do that here now. And this will only take a second now, and that's done for us now as well. Okay, now that we've done most of our prereqs, let's go ahead and get Wildfly. So this link may have changed by the time we look at this video, but just check the Wildfly site to get the latest link. But I'll also leave this link where you can get it. I'll just paste it in here. So we're going to get Wildfly version 14.0.1. So I think I have a space here. Let me just get rid of this. I'll just type in sudo, even though I'm logged in as root, you may not be. So, and perfect, this will download now. So I'll just pause the video here while this downloads. Okay, great, this is done for us now here. So now I'm just going to untar this tarball by typing in sudo tar -zxf, and I'll type in wil, and I'll press tab for tab completion, and I'll hit return. Okay, so it's done here. So I'm going to do cd. I'm going to cd into Wildfly 14.0.1.final. Okay, so there's one or two changes that we need to make in the configuration files. So I'm going to type ls in here, and I'm going to cd into standalone. I'll do ls once more. I'm going to cd into configuration, and then we do ls here again, and we want to edit the standalone.xml, this fella here. So I'm going to type in I'm going to type in standalone.xml, and in here I'm going to press :set space nu and press return, and you can see that's given us the numbers here on the side. Now I know where we need to go is down to line 492, so there's a quicker way we can get there. So I'm just going to press /. I'm going to type in interfaces, and I'll hit return. And cool, you can see we're on 492 here. If you haven't used Vi before, I have a video on how to use Vi, and I'll link that below. If you don't want to use Vi, you can use a different editor, that's okay. Basically, there's a couple of lines that we need to change here. So I'm going to change here the management where it's bound to localhost. I'm going to change it to be bound to 0.0.0. So it just means anyone can access it from anywhere, which should be okay for us, as this is really just for a testing environment. And I'm going to do the same on the public interface here. 0, 0. I'm going to press escape, W for write, Q for quit, and an exclamation mark, and I'll press return. Okay, I'm just going to cd out of this directory by doing cd space ... And I'm going to do it once more, cd ... And then I'm going to cd into bin. And there is a script here we want to run. So I'm going to run /add, and I'm just going to press tab here to tab it out. So it's add user.sh, and I'll hit return. And I'm just going to leave this as the default and press enter, which is A. So A is the default option, I've pressed enter. For username, I'm going to put in Wildfly. Now Wildfly will start giving out to me here in a minute, because I want to set non-secure passwords, just considering this is a test. If you're doing this on your own environment, be sure to have more secure passwords. So I'm just going to type in Wildfly again, and I'm going to say yes, I want to use the password. and I'm going to type in Wildfly again, and I'm going to type it in again, and I'm going to say yes, that's fine, and it should ask me once more, and I'm going to leave it blank that I don't want to be in any groups, and add this user to the management realm. I'm going to say yes, that's what we want to do. And for a slave host control, no, we're going to say no to this. Perfect, and that's that bit done first now. Okay, so finally here now we're going to actually start Wildfly. So I'm still in the bin folder, and I'm going to run /standalone.sh, and I'll press enter here, and this should run now. So I'm just going to pause the video while this is running, and then we'll meet back here in 2 seconds. Okay, great, we can see Wildfly has started, and if you see any of these warnings, feel free to ignore them. We haven't done anything around certificates or anything like that yet. So let me just open up my browser here. I have Firefox, and let's go to my machine, which is 192.168.125.3, and first let's go to port 8080, so put your own IP address in here, and then 8080. Perfect, and we can see Wildfly is running. So now let's check the management port, which is 9990, and we should get prompted to log in, and we have here, so I'm going to put in Wildfly and Wildfly. If you use a different password and username, pop them in here, and we should be brought through to the management console, which we are. And you can feel free now to close your putty session in the background, and you can leave Wildfly running. It will still be up. In a later video I will show how to configure Wildfly as a service, and you'll get all that management interface with it too, but it's a little bit out of scope for this video. If you did encounter any difficulty, please do comment below, and if I can help I can certainly will. And if you do like this video, please do like and share, and thank you for watching. Thanks, bye.